Alright, Schlockmeister fans, another re-review from my previous channel, The Curious Case of the Campus Corpse, or just Campus Corpse. Let's go with that. The hazing. Let's check it out.
Enough stuff on top to cover the body.
Jeff East plays Craig. He's off to college.
1970 is ancient history. A lot of good it did, too.
That's his older brother.
Don't get sucked up trying to save the world, huh?
He's approached by the Delts to pledge.
Thanks. Yeah, we heard this morning about you're going to get the scholarship. You knew? We have our fingers on the pulse of the campus. Congratulations, Lewis. We're going to be real happy to have you aboard. My talent in the wrong
He meets Barney that night, Charles Martin Smith. He's also pledging the Delts.
I've only been laid 3 times. How about you?
Well, I just got here.
Your excuse is unacceptable.
To woo them, Rod has his computer guy sign them up to all the classes that they want without having to wait in line or anything else.
Why do you want to mess with the SIGs? I think you'd pledge Delts, that's all.
His older brother's a little concerned because he got some of the Delts kicked out of college years ago for some screw-ups they were doing.
You trashed the Delts?
They trashed me. It was in April or May of '70. I was leading a protest march past the house and some Delt threw a bag of piss.
Well, they get accepted, but there's a hazing ritual. In 30-degree weather, in jocks, they have to go 9 miles, basically running through the woods to reach a shelter. Well, Barney got a little ahead, and then he ended up falling off a little cliff,
Answer me, damn it!
breaking his leg.
You alright? It hurts.
Covers up Barney as best he can, and he's got to go get help.
Congratulations, you're the first one. Hey, you better keep walking till you cool off.
Barney. He fell. I think he broke his leg.
So they go looking for Barney. They find him eventually, but
I think he passed out.
he's dead. Well, Rod decides since they were hazing, they better hide the body so no one knows that there was some foul play here, or at least some hazing's going on. They don't want to get in trouble.
We don't see him for a few days.
Craig goes along with Rod's idea, although he's against it.
2 or 3 days we call the police. They look for him. Eventually they find him under a snowbank with a broken ski. It looked like a ski accident.
So they wrap him in a blanket and stuff him in a freezer.
I mean, what can they do to me? It was an accident that happened on an illegal hazing. A skiing accident is legal. You pulled it off so far.
We can't be sure.
Craig goes to school for Barney.
No one's missed Barney, have they?
Goes to his classes.
I just can't keep it up, okay?
You've got 1 more class. We were having our initiation.
He decides to go to the police. But before he can spill the whole story, fraternity prank.
Congratulations, Pledge. I didn't think you had the guts.
Listen, you're a good sport, Sergeant. Sorry we bothered you. We'll send you an invitation to our next beer bust.
It's time to collect Barney's body and set up the skiing accident.
Yeah. Not only leave fingerprints, you'll leave fingers.
So they drive out into the woods, deep into some ski resort somewhere.
Oh, I think that's a great theory.
Yeah.
Their accident to set up, make it look like Barney broke his leg, and they're done. His girlfriend Wendy comes to visit. They're running to Rod.
Got bad news, Louis. What? The state police just called. They found your friend Barney Askin. What about him? There's no easy way. He was killed in a ski accident on Slide Mountain.
I'm Barney's father. I hate to intrude this way, but I've got to ask you something. Sure. Would you possibly have any idea why Barney went skiing?
Barney hated skiing, so his dad calls the cops to investigate.
I'll check on that. Okay, Craig. You can go. For now.
The funeral.
Died November 3rd, 1976. There is
Welcome to the Delts.
It was a massive prank. It was revenge for what his brother had done to the Delts years earlier. So he's leaving.
We're gonna miss you, chicken shit.
But he needs Rod's signature on something so he can get his refund from school or something like that. And Rod has authority since he runs the Delts.
Thanks. Just to show you there's no hard feelings.
But that's not what Rod signed.
Did you get it?
What he signed was a demolition order. And there it's his brother with a bulldozer.
Is it okay? Yeah. That should hold him till I get out of town.
All right, let's talk about the campus corpse, otherwise known as the Curious Case of the Campus Corpse, and also known as The Hazing. This is a movie that I rented from a grocery store in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. It was called under the title The Campus Corpse. I think I got it in actually the Saturday night before Easter on 1987. I think it was. Maybe it was 88. I don't know. Maybe it was 86. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, the movie is almost kind of plays like a TV movie. But it's not. It was a theater movie, and it stars Jeff East. You might remember him as the young Clark Kent in Superman, the original Superman movie with Christopher Reeve, and Charles Martin Smith, who has been in a lot of movies and is still in a lot of movies. He is going to college, and he pledges this fraternity called the Delts. Actually, they kind of seek him out. He's got a track scholarship. They know he's going to come there, so they actually seek him out and try to get him to join. Well, he ends up befriending this guy, Barney, played by Charles Martin Smith, and the two of them become buddies, and Charles Martin Smith kind of guides them along the way as to how they should handle this sort of thing. They're both kind of being pledged, but they also make it sound like they are being asked by other fraternities as well. So anyway, the bottom line is they get accepted as Delts, and then they have to go through a ritual, though, a hazing ritual, basically. And Barney and Jeff East's character, whose name I forget now, Craig. Craig and Barney are taken out in the woods, and they're wearing a jock strap, and they have to run or walk, whatever, 9 miles to this shelter or whatever it is, and it's very cold out. It's like 30 degrees or something. So that's basically the hazing thing. They got to basically jog in their underwear or a jock strap for a long ways. It's very cold. So anyway, they're going along, and Charles Martin Smith gets ahead. Barney gets ahead a little bit, and he ends up falling off this little small little cliff and breaks his leg. So Craig says, "I'll go get help for you," and Barney's really cold and everything. Anyway, he gets back to where he needs to, brings the Delta leader there out, and they Rod is his name. He's kind of an asshole. And Rod and his right-hand man, they find Barney. It's late at night at this point, and Barney's dead. So they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So the two leaders basically say, well, we're going to hide the body and pretend he's going to have a skiing accident, and that way we won't get in trouble, for hazing. So Craig reluctantly agrees to this. He's totally against it, but he goes along. They hide the body in a freezer, and then it's going to happen like a week from now or something like that when they're going to actually make this skiing accident look like they're basically going to set up the skiing accident. So anyway, they go to his classes for him. Craig does a lot and pretend that he's actually in there in school still, so nobody knows he's missing. It's early in the semester, so nobody really knows anybody. Eventually they set up the skiing accident, and the body's found, and basically they've gotten away with it. Now Barney's dad comes and is curious because why did Craig go skiing? Why did Barney go skiing? Barney never liked skiing before. Police get involved. They question Craig. What do you know? Anyway, they're making him seem guilty, which of course he is. Anyway, the funeral occurs. They all go to the funeral, and when they go up to look at the body, suddenly Barney wakes up in the coffin, smiles at him, and says, "Welcome to the Delts." It was all a big prank. So Craig is mortified by this, and he ends up leaving the Delts. It turns out Craig's brother years earlier had gotten the Delts thrown out of school or something like that. So this was payback for that. So anyway, they send him on his way. He leaves. Before he leaves, he gets a signature from Rod, the leader, because he said, hey, I'm transferring to state. I need a signature on here so I can get my refund back, whatever. Rod signs it without even reading it. He takes the paper and gives it to his brother, who is waiting outside in a bulldozer, a block away. And it turns out what Rod signed was actually a demolition authorization form. So then Craig's brother, the one who got him kicked out years earlier, drives the bulldozer up and starts slamming into the house and taking down some of the foundation. And that's basically how our movie ends. That was a long-winded response there. But anyway, that is The Campus Corpse. Now, rated PG, no nudity, no real violence or anything. But you know what? I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty well done for what it was. It's a little far-fetched maybe, but yeah, it worked out pretty good. It was quite enjoyable. So we'll leave it at that. Anyway, it's available on DVD. Code Red put this out. I don't think this has been released on Blu-ray in any way, shape, or form. Code Red DVDs are usually pretty sought after too, so I wonder if this is a rare DVD. Now I don't think so, but maybe. It also says Code Red / Shriek Show on here, so both of them I guess were involved with this one. But anyway, that is The Campus Corpse. Anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments and let's talk about it. Campus Corpse, watch it. Bye.